Hello, panelists and audience members. My name is Graham Ryan, and I'm the founder and CEO of RoadRunner Recycling, and I'm here today to talk trash. I've been enamored by this industry for years. This interest evolved through research, through building a successful service business in the Northeast, but now it's culminated with RoadRunner, and I'm really excited to tell you what we're up to at RoadRunner. I'm aware enough to know that most people outside this room don't care a whole lot about trash and where it goes. But the question is, why are so many national news outlets covering this problem so closely recently? The answer is, it's in fact the opposite. This is a big problem that affects everyone, and we all know that. There's 6 million buildings in this country, and 10% of them recycle, contributing to $11 billion sitting in landfill annually. So again, why the problem? Our thesis, and the answer is that the industry is overbuilt and inefficient. For years, the industry has equated recycling more with building more. So the answer was invest in capital assets rather than truly figure out the logistics around what already exists. So this results in a burden, and right now that burden is felt on the customer, and they're paying for the industry's inefficiencies. So enough about what's bad, let's talk about what's good. Coyote. All jokes aside, what did Coyote do? He challenged the RoadRunner, he always kept him running. And so does our Coyote. Coyote is our logistics engine that we've built to solve the problem. Let's take a look at a city. This city's crawling with assets. There's buildings that generate materials, there's recycling and reuse facilities, and there's trucks that are out on the road, idle and typically underutilized. So none of these work in harmony. Again, it's overbuilt and inefficient. At RoadRunner with Coyote, we connect the dots and empower these assets to work in concert through a share asset model, to value engineer the system of waste and recycling, to produce a better service option, simply better, rewarding recycling and taking the burden off the customer and the industry in the meantime. For the past 12 months, we went to market in 3 cities to develop and grow as fast as possible. We have 450 customers, we've diverted 2,000 tons from landfill, and we've saved our customers over $800,000. None of this would have been possible without our team of nearly 30 and growing. These are a passionate bunch of motivated people, super excited about changing the way that America recycles. So that's what we did. What are we doing? We have a business. This isn't an idea. We've launched in 3 cities, as I said. We've built an engine that's replicatable, scalable, and profitable, and that's exactly what we're going to do. In 2016, we'll take our model to 10 cities and begin a national rollout over the next 3 to 4 years. I thank you so much for your time, and I can answer any questions right now.
Sounds like your model's focused on the commercial sector.
Correct, yeah, businesses.
Could this apply to the residential sector?
It could. There's enough of a battle. There's a lot of green grass out there, and we're going to start with commercial, but it absolutely could. On-demand app. I want to recycle this at my home. I can't put it to the curb, or I don't feel good about that, for sure. But that's not our focus for at least 5 years.
Could you talk a little bit more about your business model and what specifically you're doing?
Sure. So we have a shared savings model with businesses. We have an inside sales center in New York, outside salespeople in our 3 cities. So we benchmark them, and anything we're able to save them as a result of our process, which is selling materials in the market they sit in, at a haul cost that's less than a garbage truck, if you will. So we benchmark them at their spend, and it's a 50-50 shared savings model.
Okay, and what are the major barriers you're running into when you hear a no?
To be honest, the barriers we're here when we hear no right now is, I've never heard of you, I've never heard of this system. I've had this dumpster for 25 years, it hasn't changed. This seems different, and I'm uncomfortable with that.
Talk to me about these trucks that are underutilized. Give me some examples.
Sure. So we've identified a series of industries in these markets that have overcapacity and underutilized routes. So these could be distributors, these could be supplies companies, these could be independent owner-operators. It really varies, but what's clear is that they're out there and they're willing to work, and if we can plug them into our network, they find work, haul at a drastic reduction to what is currently done.
So you're essentially Uberizing the reverse logistics on trash for companies.
That's exactly what we
essentially.
do. We match materials from buildings to buyers and haul them there with underutilized trucks on the road.
What types of materials are you picking up today? Or
So it's all about what's available, right? So obviously cardboard, paper, plastics are your three that are always going to be in a building. We have a lot of data and we understand what types of buildings have what types of materials, but we have hauled fish curry for pet food. We have hauled, you name it. If we find a buyer, we'll find a way to get it there. But the majority of our business are the common materials.
So if you go in and save your client, some money, and then I imagine they sign up for a multi-year contract.
Correct.
What happens at the next cycle? What's left to save? What's left to do?
Sure,
with that?
we'll think about how sticky this is, right? What have we done? We've diverted 75% of their entire stream to alternate system types, not a dumpster. So at that point, we can simply just price a model to say, are you happy with what you've saved? You know what I mean? It would be very hard to get out of source streams. Thanks.